You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce was on the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN this week. Dun, 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 dun. Football! He had plenty to discuss with McAfee and the Heartland boys. We'll tell you what he had to say and react to it coming up in just a bit. Before we do, got a little challenge out there for the Kingdom. I want to see, can we get to 66,000 subscribers on the channel before kickoff? We are less than 400 away from reaching that next milestone. For the latest happenings on your favorite team throughout the playoffs and the offseason, we got you covered right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Live shows, watch parties, including for this weekend's game against the Texans, all right here, in addition to our daily news and rumors, breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and more. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Kelce sounds off. He hit on a number of topics when it comes to the Chiefs getting ready for the Houston Texans, what he's expecting out of that game. Also talked about Andy Reid, the offensive line, a number of things. Let's go ahead and get started with what Kelce had to say. He said, "I'm fired up. I'm feeling 22 all over again, baby. Let's go." I was hoping you caught that reference, baby. Oh, we did. We definitely did, Travis. Shout out Taylor. I got to say, I love the energy from Travis Kelce ahead of this postseason. He seems very relaxed. He seems excited about what's ahead. Kelce said that he's fired up, that he is rejuvenated, that he's well rested, that he's ready to go for what's ahead the next few weeks in this playoff run. And the question that's on everybody's minds, will we see Travis Kelce turn it on in the playoffs like he's done in the past? Statistically speaking, this was far from Travis Kelce's best season. But we said the same thing last year. And what did he do in the playoffs in 2024? Well, he had a fantastic playoffs last year as he accounted for 32 catches, 355 yards, and 3 touchdowns, averaging an 11.1 yards per reception. He was very, very good. And if the Chiefs get that version of Travis Kelce again, on top of having the other weapons like Noah Gray by his side, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins, Juju Smith-Schuster, I didn't even mention the running backs, Pacheco and Hunt and all that, then they're going to be in really good shape. Kelce also had this to say, "Man, I'm ready to rock and roll, man. The biggest thing for me, man," that's a lot of mans, "is trusting Coach Reid. He's been doing this a long, long time. When it comes to getting the bye week, we've had a few of them over the course of my career. For me, it's just making sure we put the pads on at least one time throughout the week, make sure we get our physicality in and get that in check. Play with some low pad level, low man wins throughout the week. And on top of that, put your feet up, watch some football, and get ready for some playoff action." He's saying all the right things. He is locked in, folks, when it comes to this playoff run. I love everything I've heard from Travis Kelce as far as that goes. Saying what needs to be said. That sounds like a guy that's been there, done that, that knows what it takes, that's ready to go. I love this attitude from Travis Kelce entering the postseason. We got more from Kelce. We'll get to it in a moment. But first, do you believe in Travis Kelce? Is he going to have another fantastic playoff run? Weigh in our pinned comment today. Type B for believe, D for don't. Chime in. Let us know. Today's show is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. Choose 2 or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. Go to PrizePicks.com/CLNS. And on PrizePicks right now, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, you heard that right. 1,000 times your money. If you play $5, they'll give you $50 to spend for free. You don't even have to win to get the money, folks. Just go to PrizePicks.com/CLNS. This week on PrizePicks, going with the more on Mahomes, 250.5 passing yards. Going with the more on Pacheco, 42.5 rushing yards. And going with Joe Mixon to have less than 60.5 rushing yards. If all 3 of these hit, that goes from $20 to $100 on PrizePicks. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. All right, moving on now. Let's get to what Travis Kelce also had to say in this segment with Pat McAfee. When asked about their upcoming opponents, as they'll face the Houston Texans, then if they win that, they'll get the winner of the Bills and Ravens game. Kelce said, whoever we got, we want their best. He doesn't want it handed easy to them. They want to play some difficult games and to earn every win from here on out. Kelce emphasized he loves going up against the best, and he said that he knows they're going to get Houston's best effort this upcoming week. They know they're in for a challenge, and he's embracing that challenge. And, we hear it from Andy Reid every single week in his game preview press conference. Andy Reid, I'm going to give my best Andy Reid here. He says, we look forward to the challenge of playing the Houston Texans. We know they're a good football team. They're very well coached. And with that, the time's yours. Every week, same thing, right? Well, players are taking on Andy's mentality. They're embracing that challenge. And one question that's been on the minds of folks all across the National Football League this season, with the Chiefs squeaking by and winning these close games, how good is this Chiefs team really? How good do they stack up compared to these other Chiefs teams that have won Super Bowls here in this Mahomes-Kelce era? Kelce had this to say: we're finding different ways to win and more ways to win early on and throughout the season. I think last year we dealt with finding ways to lose, and, we can learn from both. Learning from the games you win is a whole lot more fun, and I think we have a lot of confidence in this team. Kelce went on to say, we've heard all the chatter. He talked a lot about Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan throwing some shade at the Kansas City Chiefs. In the week prior, Kelce and McAfee were talking about how Rex Ryan was throwing shade at the Houston Texans, saying the Chargers got a bye week. And then what happened? The Texans came out guns a-blazing and just blew out the LA Chargers. Justin Herbert threw more interceptions that game than he did all season. It's very clear the motivation is there with this Chiefs team. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. Mahomes got snubbed from the Pro Bowl and all that. I think that's a dangerous predicament for their opponents, that the Chiefs, even with winning 3 Super Bowl titles in this era, still have something to prove, that they're going to be playing with an edge. And Kelce brought up the point about how this Chiefs team is finding ways to win compared to last year. They were finding ways to lose. I think this is a better team than what we saw last year. Last year they lost to the Raiders on Christmas. This year they blew out a playoff team in the Steelers on the road on Christmas, folks. The Chiefs have won 16 one-score games in a row. They know how to win these close games. And they are 11-0 in one-possession games this season. All right? To me, some people will say it's lucky. I think this team, it shows that they are good at finding ways to win. Their best football, I'm of the belief, is still in front of them. You look at the latest odds from The Athletic. They're giving them about a 76% chance to make the AFC title game by beating the Houston Texans. Then their odds to beat the Texans and then beat the Bills-Ravens winner is about 45%. And then their odds to win the whole thing currently stands at about 23%. With all that said, it sounds crazy to me to even say this, but I feel like this Chiefs team is underrated. I feel like that everybody's doubting them, everybody's counting them out, and here we are. The Chiefs are going to play with that edge, and they're going to come in fired up, and I have every expectation that they're going to do it again. Are the Kansas City Chiefs underrated? Are they under the radar here? Is everybody sleeping on the Chiefs? What do you guys think? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let us know in the comments section if you think this team is underrated right now. All right, let's wrap up more of what Travis Kelce had to say about this Chiefs team. He said that they've weathered the storm this season, that they have faced a lot of adversity. This team's dealt with a lot of injuries that they've overcome, and yet here they are still standing in the divisional round. 15 wins later, this team is here ready to compete. And one thing that Kelce pointed to, he believes that the O-line situation has been figured out at this point, with adding DJ Humphries into the mix. And Joe Thuney, of course, filling in when he's needed to at the left tackle spot. He feels like they're in a very good spot. Now, I'll say this. I appreciate the confidence from Travis Kelce in his offensive line. That's good to see. But I'm not all there like Kelce is and completely agree with his assessment on the offensive line. I still have some concerns about how DJ Humphries is going to hold up. And then if DJ Humphries doesn't look good, how quickly could they turn to Joe Thuney to move him back to left tackle before it hurts them too much? I still need to see more myself. However, they are in a much better spot than they were in that Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they were without both their starting offensive tackles, and we know how that ended up. You look at the offensive line depth chart, and basically this is the situation the Chiefs are in at the moment. DJ Humphries is your starting left tackle, Thuney at left guard, and then Humphries, Smith, and Taylor holding down the other three spots, right? And if Humphries can't hold his own, then you move Thuney to the left tackle spot. Kalindo goes to the starting left guard spot if they need to do so. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Hopefully they've figured something out, but that still remains to be seen. What's your confidence level in the Chiefs O-line right now? Scale it for me and let us know. 1 through 10. I'm about a 6.5. I'll go 6.5. Let me know in the comments section. For continuing Chiefs coverage, subscribe now to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.